Johnny Somali might just be one of the biggest pieces of shit on the planet. Just saying. He is a human mosquito. He's annoying as hell. He makes a lot. He doesn't make. You can't really hear mosquitoes, but let's say you can. Let's say they buzz like in the cartoons. Ye old cartoons. He buzzes, makes noise. It's annoying as hell, and he just exists to aggravate people, and he doesn't even contribute anything. That's Johnny Somali summed up. This dude has been re- he's been wreaking havoc, let's say, um, in I guess Korea and Japan as of late, and Karma's finally came around to bite him in the butt, take a big old chunk out of his keister. He has recently, or he has the chance of, I should say, being sentenced to I think 20 and a half years in Korean jail. Here's hoping. Um, yeah, he's kind of looking down the barrel of the gun right now, and he's not too happy. So a little backstory on Johnny Somali. He started off as he wanted to be a travel YouTuber. Um, he wanted to he started off making content about traveling to a bunch of different countries all over the world and making content for them. And then that sucked ass. His content sucked butt because surprise, no one liked him. No one liked his content. He was boring, he was lame, he was cringe. No one liked it. So, Johnny Somali one day just woke up and had a great idea. And you may be asking, what's this idea? Well, his idea, his genius big brain idea was I'm going to be a piece of shit. I'm going to be the biggest piece of shit I possibly can. That was his idea. And boy howdy did he do a good job of that. This dude is a fucking asshole and nobody likes him. Nobody likes him at all. I don't this yeah, this dude is a real piece of work. He might just be worse than my coworker who got fired. I know. I know. But I guess to start off this story, we can go to Japan where it kind of all started. Um, Johnny Somali's I should also say this. He's a streamer. Johnny Somali is a streamer, and what he does is it's called IRL streaming. So basically, what he does is he walks around and he records himself just walking around, and he has his chat open and stuff. He's reading chat while he's walking around, and some of them will even have speakers, so their chat can donate and play text, do like text to speech, play music, whatever. Um, but he doesn't. I don't think he did text to speech. Yeah, I think he did text to speech in Japan, but that's a little bit later down the line. Yeah. So his first target was Japan, and what he did was just generally harass people and make himself a massive nuisance. There was clips that would go around where he would just be on the train, he'd be on the subway, and he'd just sit next to some innocent person and just start repeating Hiroshima, Nagasaki in like a super racist accent, and then also just saying, "Oh, you want us to do it again? Sushi, sushi, Hiroshima, Nagasaki." Just shit like that. Shitty, fucking terrible humor, and he's just being an asshole. He's just being a straight asshole. He'd also blast music and all that. And if Japan's known for one thing, it's like being polite. Like everyone over there is like that's their whole thing. Their whole culture is like, oh, we're all super polite. And he just decides to take a big old stinky fat shit on their culture by doing this. And not to mention, he's making light of a horrific event. Like he's joking about the two nuclear bombs that were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki and killed, I think, millions of people. It's not a funny thing. I don't know. It's like it's just so fucking unfunny, and I don't know. He just has the bottom of the barrel, the scum. He has, the like, if someone hasn't cleaned their toilet in a while, they have that like little ring of shit around the water line. That's who likes Johnny Somali's content. That's who those people are. They're the shit around the water line when someone hasn't cleaned their toilet in a while. They're fucking gross, disgusting people. Um, yeah, it's just, and he would get all these people that would, I don't even say you get, it's probably like, I think he had like 50 or 100 people watching his streams, and they would just watch and laugh while Johnny Somali made these horrible jokes and he was just harassing these people. And I think you'd also just like train hop, you wouldn't pay for tickets and stuff like that, and he would also go out and go around the towns and he would just like yell at people, intentionally bump into people and stuff. But eventually, like a bunch of Japanese streamers and stuff had enough of it, and they all ganged up. Well, they all came together and like demanded that Johnny stop what he. They confronted him in person, IRL, and they did the right thing. They did the mature, responsible thing, which I know is a foreign concept for Johnny Somali. Um, where they went and they confronted him and like, hey, dude, stop this. We're being nice. Other people won't. And Johnny Somali basically, I'm pretty sure he just pussied out and kind of like, oh yeah, yeah, I'll stop, and fucking went back and hid in his, I don't know, like his Airbnb or whatever he was staying in. Um, yeah, and so then the streamers all like, took their win, walked away, but Johnny Somali lied. He didn't stop, and he kept just harassing people, being a nuisance, and then eventually, like people just started like coming up to him and punching him in the face. Let's go Japan. Like, I don't know. Violence is bad. Start off there. But when you have a case like Johnny Somali, I ain't gonna say anything if you go up and hit the dude in the face. I totally get it. I totally get it. He was not beat as a kid. He was not bullied as a kid, and it shows. It really shows. This dude's just sucking on weenies. He's munching sour grapes. He's just not fun to be around. He's a Debbie Downer. Um, yeah. So then he leaves Japan, and this is where the real story gets started. Korea. Now this is like where a lot of the stuff I've seen on Johnny Somali kind of I guess comes to fruition and gets real bad. Atozy, he's a YouTuber that's done a lot of good stuff. I've basically watched him and like Oompaville. I guess if you want some or Internet Anarchist, if you want some like better videos on the whole Johnny Somali situation, I'd go watch their stuff. I've kind of watched all their stuff and looked into it a little bit, but not nearly. They're like professionals. I fucking do this after work, after my workouts, after work. If you want a way better, well-made video, go to them. I'm just talking, just twiddling my thumbs, jorking my chicken jockey. Um, yeah. So he gets to Korea, and this is where it gets really bad, cause oh sorry, he goes to Israel too. He go Israel then Japan, and in Israel, he sexually harassed a police officer by saying he would grab and smack her ass, or a military officer, and was like hitting on her and stuff. And then also he had on a 16-year-old girl, and when she said, "I'm too young for you, I'm 16," he said, "Well, it's legal here." Now, I know all the people watching this are smart enough to realize if you ever utter the phrase, "Well, it's legal here," when it comes to talking about age of consent, get up out of there. Do yourself a favor and get on out of there. You are not in a good situation. You're being a major pedo and a major piece of shit, and that's what Johnny Smalley is. Like here in America, it's 18. I agree with 18. Um, I think like 18 to 17, yeah, that's good. Like that's about it. 18 to 16, but like I think the dude's like 22, 23, maybe older. I'm not sure off the top of my head. He should not be with a 16-year-old. Yeah. Bottom line right there. That dude should not be hitting on 16-year-olds, especially after they told them, "Hey, I'm 16. I'm too young for you." That dude is a major fucking. He's a pedo creep. Keep him away from kids. Keep him away from. And keep his mind. This makes it even worse for what he does later in Korea. So this is just the prequels, setting the baseline for the man, the myth, the legend, Johnny Somali. Um. Yeah. So he goes to Korea, and in Korea, he well, let's see here. He gets a big stinky fish and shoves it in people's faces on a train. He takes his shirt off and oils himself up and then kisses and gropes a statue to memorialize the comfort women during World War II. And for any of you people who might not be history buffs, the comfort women were essentially Korean sex slaves. Most of them usually minors and like teenagers that the Japanese took in the big one, World War II. And boy howdy, to put it lightly, they were not treated well. What happened to them was horrific. And Johnny Somali essentially, well, not, he literally went over there and oiled himself up and danced and groped the statues. Now, I don't need to say anything, but that is a horrible thing to do. A terrible fucking thing to do. But he already did that with the fucking Hiroshima and Nagasaki jokes. He's not above it. Like, that's just, the dude's such a piece of shit. And he streamed it all. He streamed it all. He also made a deep fake porn of Korean streamers, which deep fake porn in itself, unless it's like a consenting person, horrible. It's like, I guess it's tantamount to, well, I don't know what, probably like rape or something like that. Real bad. Real bad shit. You're making porn of someone without their consent. It's actually horrific. It's really not good. Which it's also super illegal in Korea to do that. I think you can get like 5 years in jail for that. But that's not the worst he did. He has potential for, I think, 20 and a half years. Stick around for that. We call that foreshadowing. Hanging the fruit, jingling the keys, keeping you hooked. Yeah, so he made deepfake porn. He also was drinking alcohol in like a convenience store and was just like made instant noodles and spilled them, threw them on the ground, and was drinking in like a public place in the convenience store, which is illegal in Korea. And God bless their heart, some nice convenience store worker was like, "Hey," being super nice. He's like, "Hey, you can't drink in here. You need to go outside." And Johnny Somali was just being a dick to the dude. He was just being racist to the guy while he was just drinking. The dude's such an asshole. It's insane. I don't get how someone could be like this and be like 23, 24. It's insane. Yeah, and so he goes to court for all this. Like, the police charge him for all this. And I think he could get up to like 5 years for all this, or something like that, or like 1 to 2 years for all this. And he goes and keep in mind, he's been streaming this all, so the prosecution has more than enough evidence. But to just kind of, I guess, twist the knife, Johnny Somali stabbed himself in the gut and is twisting the knife. He made multiple jokes while being arrested about how he would grope the arresting officers and gang rape them. He talked about how he would do it again on stream. He got really drunk and puked the night before court. He also streamed himself saying he was going to fake being mentally ill and bipolar and a psychopath to get off of these charges, which, one, that wouldn't work in the first place, and two, you just streamed yourself saying that. Way to go, super genius. I don't know what I'm expecting though. You know what he's done. I know what he's done. He streamed what he's done. The dude's a fucking he's a window licker. This guy is so stupid. Yeah. He made jokes. I don't know if I already said he made jokes about like the judge. He made jokes about I think groping another the prosecutor. She's like one of the top 5 in Korea, and he was like making rape jokes about her and like all this horrible, cartoonishly terrible shit. I think he also joked about wearing Klan robes, like Kanye West, to one of his court dates. But what happened was he went into court and he had this publicly appointed lawyer, and then he also hired a lawyer, which was essentially Saul Goodman, like a mall lawyer. But if Saul Goodman was horrible at his job and had a thick country accent that made it almost impossible to understand him. That's who he hired. The guy's name is Hank, and he's called the Korean Nazi. That's who this guy hired as his other fucking lawyer. Oh my god, who's also his friend. And also, keep this in mind. The dude was streaming all of his meetings with his lawyers. So he was leaking his defense. He didn't know Korean. He didn't know what they were talking about, but he was streaming it. So he was leaking all of his shit online while he was sitting there drinking, making jokes about groping the prosecuting judge and all these other and making jokes about what he would wear. That's who I'm talking about right now. Try and lasso your mind and wrap your head around this cartoonishly stupid, horrible person, Johnny Somali. This racist piece of shit. Yeah. And so he pleaded guilty to like all those charges of like disrupting a business and being like a public nuisance and stuff like that. And he thought he'd only get $500 and a slap on the wrist and get sent back home. No. I'm pretty sure they're going to make an example out of him. Thank God. Because this dude, there's no remorse and he's going to do it again. Some other country. Like, he's admitted that much on stream. But I think all these charges carried like a year to like 2.5 years max sentence of like public, like disrupting a business, being a public nuisance, that kind of stuff. And then I guess the disrespect for the Korean Comfort Woman statue. I think he just had to apologize on like the national news, but he wasn't sorry for that. So he pleaded guilty to like those 3 charges. Um, and I don't think he was gonna get charged. But then they came in with the fucking fat meat, and they gave him a 20 and a half year thing that they might be prosecuting him for. And because he already pleaded guilty to the previous 3 charges, he is considered a repeat offender, which makes him more likely to be convicted. Which the conviction rate in Korea is already insanely high, because they don't go to the process of like conviction unless they're pretty fucking sure that they can convict you. Like, they'll collect all their evidence and all that before they start like the court proceedings to convict you, to where they're like pretty much guaranteed to convict you. So they have like a 90% conviction rate. And on top of that, they have one of the top 5 prosecutors in their whole country. I don't know this lady's name. On the case. And so you might be asking, what did he do to potentially get 20 and a half years? Well, I'll tell you. He went to essentially the Disneyland of Korea. It is a like children's like amusement park, and he walked around on stream with the speaker out. And he didn't know what they were saying, mind you, because like all the donations were in Korean, saying Korean stuff, but ultimately it's on him. He's the one walking around the speaker. It's on him to make sure he's not saying horrific stuff at a children's amusement park. And I won't say what was said, but he was He's now potentially being charged with child sexual harassment. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. The big one, the big bipper, because of what was said on through his speaker on stream. Like some pretty horrific stuff was said to just everyone around him, and I hope to God they give him the 20 and a half years because that's not okay. It's just not. You can't go do that. It's not okay. It's not okay what he did. And yeah, so now he has the superintendent of like women and child harassment, sexual harassment on his case, and he has a top 5 prosecutor in the country on his case. So I think he's going to get to 20 and a half years, and I hope to God he does. This guy is a horrible human being, and he deserves to be put away for a very, very, very long time. I hope they make an example out of him. If he goes to jail, everyone's going to forget about him in a year. Yeah, I hope he has a horrible time in jail. And watch Atozi's video if you want to learn more about this dude. He goes way more in depth, all this stuff. He actually went to the court case. He went to one of Johnny Somali's hearings, where I think Johnny Somali showed up drunk. Like he showed up drunk from the previous night, or like hungover from the previous night, in a MAGA hat, and was making faces at them. And also the prosecuting attorney, he was making like stupid, childish faces at them. So there's that. Yeah, this guy, I hope he eats a big fat pile of shit. I hope they give him the works, give him what for, hit him with a good old 1-2 whammy. Yeah, that's about all I got for today. Tune in, I guess, Wednesday for my next awesome video. I don't know what it'll be on. If you have any ideas or you want me to make a video or anything, leave it in the comments. Yeah, like this video if you made it this far. Please and spank you. Yeah, see ya.